Hello and welcome to Sacred Healing. So thank you very much for joining us again. So we're going to look at what's coming up for this week. So as I said on my Facebook page, what is it you're wanting to bring in for spring? So remember, spring is an area similar to the New Year's that makes us want to do something different because things are blossoming, blooming, trees are coming out in leaf. It makes us feel really excited because we've been in the cold of winter hibernating and it's been really cold, so we've all been rugged up. And now the warmer weather is starting to come, the sunshine's coming out, we're enjoying it. So what's happening here? So we've got 4, and we've got this beautiful one from Lucy Cavendish. So the deck that I'm using for the Oracle cards is called the Fairy Forest. I love her cards, they're beautiful there. So this one here is called the Dreamer, and it's all about visions and transits. So this is talking about where you're sitting in life. It's like being in the eye of the storm. So there's a hell of a lot going on around, but you're sitting in this quiet energy in the center. Now, I do want to say some of you sit in this quiet energy just a little bit too often, and you just poke your toe into life, and then you don't like what happens, and you run back into the safety of this little calm, safe spot here. It's great to be safe. It's good to be calm, but sometimes you actually need to push out of your fears to get where you need to go. And I want to say that you're being provoked this week. When I say provoked, I mean you're going to be pushed, prodded, and pulled into the direction you need to go. You need to come out of this transcending energy. You need to move out of the calmness, and you need to get things moving. I want to say you're going to be getting a lot of dreams. I want to say they are going to be prophetic dreams, because there are going to be dreams that actually make you aware of what your next steps are. So in this week coming, be really, really aware of what your dreams mean. If you say to yourself, I can't remember my dreams, think to yourself before you go to bed, I will remember. And keep pen and paper handy so that during the day you might go, oh, that's what I dreamt about last night. Write it down. You're also going to have things where lots of things are going to come at you. And I want to say lots of repeating numbers. So keep an eye on what those numbers mean and look them up. Doreen Virtue has a good site, and also there's another one called the Sacred Scribe. Joanne, her name is. She's fantastic. All right, so for those that picked 2 and A, what a fantastic week you're going to have. It's going to be a real, I say fantastic, but a test as well. It's going to be a challenge to what you believe. You're going to have a lot of people there with opinions of what you should and shouldn't do and what your belief systems are. You're going to be challenged this week. So I want you to be prepared for it. But I want you to stick with the idea that you do know where you're going and have faith that you are correct in what you believe, okay? Doesn't mean that I want you to be very blinkered and say, I'm not going to listen to anybody else's opinion because I'm right and they're wrong. I want you to be open to other possibilities, but still hold strong to your core beliefs, what really makes your heart and soul sing, what really makes what really makes you. But be aware there are alternatives out there, and you may find something else, but your belief systems are going to get challenged this week by some people that you understand, do, and some people that don't. So be aware of that. Okay, for those that picked 3 and A, what an interesting week's coming up for you. Now, understand that this is a potential card, so it's the Ace. It's all about those brainwaves and what's going on and how to put your next steps into action. So what's going on in your head, how do you make it work? And what are the visions and the dreams and what's being shown to you? I want to say interesting because I want to say there's a lot of stuff that's happening around you at the moment you are ignoring. Okay? It is time to stop ignoring it. It is time to step out into that unknown. Oh, excuse me. See, okay, so for a lot of you, there's this throat chakra coming here for me. Suddenly, all of a sudden, it's closed over. There are a lot of stuff that you aren't talking about. You're not being truthful. Not just with those around you, but with yourself. So, whatever it is that you're being told, this week you're going to end up with some pushing and pulling, okay, and shoving along the way. So if you don't want it to be too disconcerting for you, I want you to look at what it is you've been ignoring. You do know what that is. And understand that next week and this week is going to lead you into a better place. So just because it's going to be a little bit, you're going to have a little bit of an emotional up and down, I think, this week. But that's okay, because the outcome will be you being able to see exactly where you need to go. Your next steps are going to be illuminated, because at the moment it's a bit like a fog in front of you. So take note of what's being shown you, because you have seen them for quite some time, at least for the last 3 weeks, and you've been ignoring them. Stop ignoring them. All right, so we've got B. So now B is this beautiful card here called the Hedge Witch. This is a lot to do with alternatives. Okay, so I want to say from all perspectives. So specifically with this one, if you've been through a recent illness or surgery or something else like that, you need to look at alternative medicines to actually help. I don't want to say get rid of modern medicine altogether, because it has its place. But there are other ways to do things, and sometimes you need to look outside the square. So look at what you can do diet-wise. Are you doing something too much? Are you not doing enough? Can you change something? Can you increase something? Have a look at what is out there to actually support you to get back onto the road to recovery, because it's there and it's waiting for you, okay? The light is at the end of the tunnel. Wellness is there if you need it. All right. So for you that picked 2 and B, I want to say there's a bit of a similar to when it was the A as well, with a crisis of faith, but this is more to do with the fact that you want to be told that you're right. You want everybody to say, yes, you're right. Yes, you're doing it great. I think you're fantastic. Now, it begs to the question is, why do you need people to tell you that? The reason being is you have none of this in yourself. You have no faith whatsoever that you do know what you're doing. You have no faith that you can do your job correctly. You can run your life successfully. You can enjoy life well. There's that little self-doubt in your mind. You need to get rid of that. Self-doubt and all of that head chatter that goes on in your head does you no good whatsoever. In fact, all it does, it gives you a headache. So this week, it's all about looking at what you know you do well and giving yourself the praise. Don't expect other people to do it. You need to look in yourself in the mirror and say, I am doing a good job. I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm happy with that. Okay. So for those that have the Ace of Wands, again, about your thought process, and this, I do want to say there's a lot of you out there thinking that you need to change. And as I said at the beginning, spring makes us want to do that. It makes us want to change things because we come into the warmth. We go, oh, is my body ready for the beach? Most of us go, maybe. So if that's the case, think about what it is you can change. I don't want you to like go and join a gym and go and work out for 7 days a week, because that's not feasible or realistic for anybody. And I think that's what's happening with a lot of people. When you feel this energy, you want to change everything and you want to do it now. And then you do nothing, because it all becomes too much. So I want you to pick one small thing at a time. So if it's increasing water intake, increase your water intake. If it's increasing the amount of exercise you do, so go for a walk once or twice a week instead of none at all, that's what I want you to do. Pick one thing that you know you can commit to and do it. And I want you to do it for 14 days in a row. So I know I said do it once or twice a week, and you want me to do it 14 days in a row. I want you to do it for 14 times at least. It then becomes a habit forming. Between 14 and 21 times, it becomes a habit. You need to form a habit. Now, one thing I just need to do is I'm just going to pick one card for the overall look of what the week is going to be for everybody and anybody, basically. And we're going to see what's going to come out. I've just been told we need to look and see what's going to come out. So we're going to try... I'm going to do this one. All right. So with the emergence of spring, so what I'm using is I'm using Lucy Cavendish's Shapeshifters. With the emergence of spring, we also get some of this too. So this is talking about mending from broken hearts. So this is talking about love lost, and I'm talking about it's healing from heartache. So sometimes heartache can be when you've lost a loved one. It can be when you lose a relationship. It can be when you lose a job that you really wanted, a friendship that disappears, a lifestyle that's gone. So any heartache that you have that's going to cause you to be a little bit inward and kind of being a bit like this, so like stuck in the eye of the storm and letting life go on around you, you need to let that happen. All right? We need to let ourselves heal. And this is what this week is going to be. There is going to be a lot of healing for a lot of people this week, which is fantastic, because we don't need the hardship, the heartache, and we can say goodbye to it. We can allow ourselves to heal. So I want to say thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to catching up with you again soon in my next update. So blessings, and see you later.